The Tate brothers arrived here on their private jet, and you may know them from social media and their millions of followers. Now, I watched this video earlier, and I have to tell you, it is very chilling. One common theme is that no one knows what the future holds. I'm still shaking from how fast I was going, and it was a thrill of a lifetime, one that you are not going to want to miss. We just got exclusive new video of police body cam footage, and I do want to warn you that it is very difficult to watch. It should be an easy, breezy, beautiful ride if you're going that way. I can tell you, being in this community, people seem very afraid to speak up and not be anonymous. And I'm here where they recently blocked off a significant amount of this shopping plaza. The two youngest victims are just 2 years old. Plus, the Miami Open is back, bringing the biggest stars in the world to South Florida. Good news is that it's getting a little bit yellow here, so it's kind of clearing up. Rain returns to South Florida with a vengeance. The University of Miami is officially 100 years old, and Canes from every corner of the country flocked back to the Coral Gables campus. Unfortunately, there is an accident that I have to warn you about. It is on the Turnpike southbound at Miami Gardens Drive. The right lane is blocked. Earlier today, we did get new body cam video from the police shooting that happened in this neighborhood just down the street in July last summer. Now, I watched this video earlier, and I have to tell you, it is very chilling. So I just want to warn you that it may be difficult to watch for some viewers. New police body cam video shows the moment 3 officers shot and killed a Hialeah man. A new case document given to Local 10 says Ruben Manresa Era confronted his estranged wife, Lourdes Cruz Milian, outside her home by placing his hand over her mouth and a firearm to her chest. Police receive a 911 call for a domestic dispute involving the two at this home in Hialeah. It happened back in July. After fighting back and forth, Milian was able to escape back into her home with her daughter. Investigators believe the man was armed. Officers call his name and order him to put down the gun several times. The man stumbles his way to the driveway from the backyard with bloodstains on his shirt. Authorities believe it was from an attempt to end his own life. After failing to comply and moving towards the police, shots were fired. The state attorney's office saying in the report the officers' actions are legally justified in using deadly force. Investigators searched the scene and found this note in the backyard written in Spanish that says, "She used me and made fun of me after I brought her to this country." And in addition to that note that they found on the scene, detectives also found a handwritten letter at his home. Now, in that letter, he was asking for forgiveness and apologizing for everything that he has done to his loved ones. In Hialeah, I'm Angela Cifone, Local 10 News. And there are still many unanswered questions, like what led to the death of that 17-year-old girl who was found outside of that home. We did want to try and get some answers, so we knocked on that door, and despite being cars outside, we did not get a response. This home, now the center focus of a death investigation.
What the f***? I just found this out!
Crying for answers, one man trying to grasp the news he just found out his sister is dead. Confused and mad, leaving him with one question.
Mommy, it's me, her brother! What happened, Mommy?
Late last night, the lifeless body of a 17-year-old girl was found outside this home in Miami Shores along Northeast 2nd Avenue and 108th Street. The brother, wrecked with emotion, scrambling the front yard of the house with a gun in hand before putting it down.
They don't want to open their door, and they said my sister dead.
And we're told that home is where the victim's boyfriend lives. Investigators with Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office marking off the crime scene for hours.
Yes, there's a lot of police here.
And those police are continuing to investigate this death. A neighbor seeing nothing until he said he looked out the window when more commotion broke out.
Ambulance came. I was watching out the window, seeing if they were going to bring somebody out or something, and I noticed they didn't bring anybody out. So I was like thinking, like, oh, this has to be serious.
We know a man is being detained in relation to the death of that 17-year-old girl, yet no one has been identified. A medical examiner is working to determine the cause of that death. From Miami Shores, Angela Cifone. Guys, I just got off of this racetrack riding one of these cars behind me to have my very own NASCAR experience. Now listen, I'm still shaking from how fast I was going, and it was a thrill of a lifetime, one that you are not going to want to miss.